welcome back. So this is another video, me trying to pay my expenses with day trading. So in this one, I have a couple funded accounts linked together, and I'm taking some trades on gold. The first one was looking clean, added another contract, standard, got stopped out at break even, totally fine. Model still looks clean, so I re-enter. But price was just not doing what I wanted to see, so got out at break even. Then I take this trade on the NASDAQ, which I pretty much just skipped through the majority of it because there was that big retracement. So I was looking to add another contract in there, but missed my limit order by a little bit. Then I walked away. At this point, I didn't even want that limit order to get hit because we took out the internal high, but I was just not really paying attention. Got smoked on that. Back in a model on gold. So pretty much just jumping back and forth as you can see. I have a couple accounts linked together in the top, and I'm inching closer and closer to my max drawdown, just getting cooked on these accounts. So at this point, just kind of trying to get anything that I can get. Pretty much just convinced that I blew the account, so I'm just hopping in some trades. Nasdaq's not working out. Back in on gold, and then I blow the accounts. Okay, so this right here is the updated spreadsheet of all of my expenses from TopStep this month, or since the end of December. So I've spent a whopping over $5,000. Definitely not happy about that, but at the end of the day, I am just linking 5 accounts together over and over and over again. So if I do get one payout, it's like 20 grand. So risk to reward technically is still fine, but either way, I have been making a ton of mistakes, which most of them have been coming from trading gold during the Asia session. So if I look at my journal, before I even go into this, the reason why I trade gold during the Asia session originally was because I work a 9 to 5 and it's hard to trade during work, and I wanted to be able to trade without having to, change my focus from work and software and coding to trading. So I started looking into the Asia session. I had made over 20K in payouts from TopStep over the past 2 months just on one 150K funded account. So the idea was to go into 2026 and pretty much do the exact same thing, but on 5 linked accounts and just go fucking crazy and make a bunch of money. That clearly has not worked out so far. Um, I still think there's something promising there, so I still am going to journal and tape read and paper trade, on my own time, just to try to narrow down what conditions are good and what are bad for me, and why was I able to make money then and burn money now? What's the reasoning for that? But I won't be trading this actively anymore because clearly, when I trade New York, I make money. When I trade Asia, I burn money. So right here, you can see this is Asia up top, New York on the bottom. Blown evals, made some money, lost money, lost money, lost money, lost money, blown fundeds, blown evals. So just burning all my money. New York, break even, no trade. Make money, make money, make money. Pretty much break even, make money. So, the trend is obvious. We can even go into Notion, which is where I put some more finer details related to like the time of day, session, entry models, blah, 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 all that. So if I look just at Asia so far in 2026, as you can see in the bottom, I'm just down 11K. And out of all of these trades, I only have 3 wins out of all of these trades. So clearly unprofitable. If I switch it to New York, I made 14K. I could even refine it further to a couple time zones that I'm confident in, and I'm doing even better. So it's pretty obvious that just like, dude, just trade New York on a couple specific times of day, specific entry models, and you'll make money. So going forward for the rest of the month and for the rest of this challenge, I'm just going to be trading New York. I'll be looking at Asia on my own time. But I'm not sure that I'll be able to get a payout this month since it's the 20th already. It's possible, but we'll see. Either way though, the idea is just to have the accounts linked together, and even if I make a payout mid-February, it'll cover all of these expenses this month for my rent and the Top Step expenses, and it'll cover next month's rent. So I really just need to make like one payout a month and I'll be golden. So, off to a bad start, but I think as this challenge has gone along the past 20 days or so, uh, I've definitely been getting closer and closer and closer to my goal, and we're fine tuning things. So I got a positive outlook. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy your day. Peace.